Welcome back, folks, to more Let's Play Pokemon Sapphire. No Poke Centers, no Pokemarts. In the last episode, we climbed our way up here to this mountain of sorts, Mount Chimney. And unfortunately, we can't just take the cable car up because these guys are blocking our path. And we can't just fight them, which would kind of be a faster way to get to the gym. But unfortunately, we have to take the long way around, fill up a bunch of plot and storyline crap, and do all that good stuff. But nevertheless, we will eventually get to the gym. At the moment, though, we are almost evolved into Breloom here with Shroomish. Look at that, me getting names right off the bat. Look at that, step in the right direction. And for now, I'm gonna keep the XP share on him at least until he evolves. And once he gets there, then I'll throw it on something else, because Breloom can then handle his own weight as far as leveling up is concerned. Shroomish could even probably level himself up at this point, even with given his moveset and his level, but for now, we're just gonna stick with that, and I think we're gonna want to throw Marshtomp in the front of our party, at least for now. This place here is filled with fire and poison type Pokemon, I guess, because there's a Grimer. But there's two items that we want to come back for eventually in this area, but we can't do that until we get the gym badge, which enables us to use Strength. We have Strength, but we can't use it outside of battle until we get the gym badge. So one of the downsides there, but we definitely will be coming back there because there's two very decent items. I think a Super Potion or a Rare Candy, and the TM06, which is Toxic. So Toxic is going to be very beneficial for us, so definitely going to be coming back for those. And here's some status berries that we can pick up, which is always an added bonus. Obviously they're not the best items, given that we have them in such abundance, so they aren't totally helpful to us. But the fact that we can have status healing to this extent is just too good to pass up. Obviously, I'm not planting berries, as I've mentioned before. And to those of you who have been commenting about Zigzagoon and wondering, like, am I going to use a pickup? Why am I not picking the item off of this thing? It's a Stardust, and Stardust actually doesn't come from pickup. I threw the Stardust on there just to clear up inventory space. I could probably even toss the Stardust and throw a different item on there, just to clear up more inventory space. But realistically, I'm not using pickup simply for the fact that pickup in Ruby and Sapphire is just too broken. It's not based on level, and the kinds of items you can get are very helpful for this type of run. And to that extent, I just don't want this type of run based on luck. If I get like an extra rare candy or two, I want rare candies and things like that to have come from stuff that's actually available in game, regardless of a luck-based scenario. So we're trying to beat this game entirely based on what the game gives you, and not based on some random number generated thing. So either way, I am going to fight this trainer up here. He is avoidable, but I'll take the valuable experience given that we can handle all three of his Pokemon fairly convincingly. So that's what I'm going to go with, and I think if we can KO all three of his Pokemon, Shroomish should be able to evolve into Breloom, and I can stop calling it by its incorrect name. So we're going to fire off a Mud Shot, hopefully it hits, which it does. And that's definitely going to KO Electrike, same type attack bonus, soft sand, super effective, all that good stuff. And next up is Wilmer, so Shroomish is going to be able to handle him. We might take some damage in the process if Shroomish doesn't want to KO fast enough, but for the most part, I'm not too concerned about Shroomish's HP at this point. So we're going to fire off our Bullet Seeds, and these could probably be our last few Bullet Seeds, because as soon as Shroomish evolves, I'm getting rid of Bullet Seed, I'm teaching it Mach Punch, and pretty much saying goodbye to freaking Bullet Seed, which is kind of negligible on Shroomish to begin with. So there we go, we got a 3-hit Bullet Seed, that seems okay. And he growled us, so that actually only lowers our physical attack. And Bullet Seed is special in this gen anyways, and he wants to splash too. So look at this Wilmer doing work, growling us, splashing, so effective. Hopefully we get a 3-hit KO and kill it. That'd be really nice, because of course, because you know this trainer actually has a full restore or Super Potion, or there you go, Super Potion, which is kind of annoying. But we have Bullet Seeds to waste at this point, so I'm not too concerned about that. And maybe we can get a decent multi-hit, and no we don't. Okay, so we're probably going to take a hit here, and it's a rollout, and it misses anyways, so Shroomish doesn't even care. Like, Shroomish are just sitting there, avoiding hits like a boss, and just doing his general stuff, man. And I think we got two 2-hit bullet seeds out of all of that. I don't know if we have yet to hit a 5-hit bullet seed this game, so whatever. We're saying pretty much goodbye to bullet seed eventually, probably after this battle, given Shroomish's current state of EXP. So this Makuhita should put us over the point where we evolve, and that'd be really nice because 130 base attack, Mach Punch is gonna start to wreck face over a lot of the normal types that these trainers like to carry, and a lot of the dark types that the what is it, Team Aqua. Frig, I'm screwing that up too. I know Team Aqua has like Carvanas and Mighty Enas and all that good stuff that totally gets beat in the face by some Mach Punch. So Breloom's definitely going to go to work. And in addition to that, Breloom gets stab grass moves against some water types against Team Aqua, so that's pretty sweet as well. Breloom overall is just way too good to pass up, so we can finally stop messing up his name. We get Breloom, and we get Mach Punch, and I'm just so overjoyed about this moment here. So definitely one of the most valuable members of our team, and I'm certainly going to teach Mach Punch. We're going to get rid of Bullet Seed. It's only got 8 PP left, so that's fine. Not as bad as our removing of Tackle, but whatever. Like, Bullet Seed isn't terrible if it were consistent in hitting 5 times, but it's just not, and I just can't really justify keeping it there, given that it's also a special type attack, given that it's grass in this gen, being special. And so Breloom just doesn't get as much benefit from it as he does in the later gens when Bullet Seed switched to special. I think it increased in power in Gen 5, and Breloom got Technician on it, so that all of those things definitely made Bullet Seed a much more viable move in Gen 5. However, Gen 3, it's kind of lackluster, especially on Breloom. So, there is one part in this desert that we can actually access, even though we don't have the Go Goggles, and we can get up to that little ledge there. There's no real point, but I'm going to see if there's anything up here. We do have to maneuver a Mach Bike there. I know there's one trainer up here we can fight, and he's going to be weak to our Talo, so we can go finish off him pretty quick without too much trouble. And the thing about this trainer is, you look down there and you think he's going to be guarding like a secret item or something, but no, it's just a secret base. And realistically, I have a bunch of wing attacks. I'm not afraid of really using them at this point, so I am going to keep it there. I'm not afraid of really wasting them at this point. KOing Machops with them, especially when it's super effective, especially in level 19 Machops, those are going to give us a decent amount of experience. So I'm perfectly fine and content to toss around a couple wing attacks, given that we can throw some useless move on Talo and then Peach it wing attack again, so it's kind of neither here nor there. Let's see, yeah, like I thought, there's no real hidden items around here, and we've been testing around with our item finder, seeing if we can see anything hidden, and it seems like we don't get anything. This house here would be nice, however it's a rest stop, which means this lady can heal us, and we do not want that. We are not taking any kind of heal. So for those of you who are just tuning into my parts, assuming that it's simply no Poke Centers, no Pokemarts, it is also no mom heals, no PC abuse, no nothing. You cannot use any sort of auto heal of any kind. You can only use items which are found in the wild, or given to you by people, such as these berries, and some upcoming item on this next route, which is a Soot sack. So those kind of things are the things that we can actually make use of. Other than that, we are stuck by ourselves, facing off this world, and I would gladly take these 4 orange berries, which are kind of a bittersweet healing item at this point. They're only 10, but I'm going to take any healing items I can get, because at this point, healing items are going to be hard to come by for us. They're very limited at this point in the game for some reason. I was looking around at what kind of stuff is available on like the future routes and whatnot, and there just doesn't seem to be a lot. So we have to be very conservative, and from that perspective, we just want to be pretty careful with what we do. So I am going to continue to lead with Swellow here. I almost said Talo, but I didn't, so take that. Ha! Well, I'm going to remove the XP share from Breloom, though, and give it to... I could give it to Disco. Do I want to, though? Is the thing. I'll give it to Marshtomp. Marshtomp needs to get leveled up for the next upcoming gym battle anyways, so we're gonna give it to him. Go Marshtomp, doing some decent work. And what the heck, let's just give Breloom the Miracle Seed anyways. It'll at least power up his Mega Drain. If we do get a fighting type boosting item, I may throw that on there eventually, but for now he's gonna be kind of meh. Black Glasses can't go on Sableye just yet. Just taking a look at what else we can make use of here. Our heart scales are finally going to come into play very shortly, simply for the fact that we'll have access to the move relearner. I probably won't use them, but they're there for just our benefit, basically. And if we want to relearn moves, such as getting rid of Mach Punch and reteaching it, that'd be really nice. 30 free PP is always welcome, because I believe the move relearner actually restores all the PP of a move when you relearn it, so that's very nice. So, without further ado, I guess we'll just battle this trainer. It's a force battle, you can't really dodge her, so we gotta take her on. And I believe Swellow should be able to handle whatever she wants to chuck at us, so... we got a Wingull first up. That's going to die to a wing attack. Probably. It's got really crappy defenses. And there it goes. I don't even know if a Peck would have killed that thing, but whatever. Up next is a Numel. That's going to be handled by Marshtomp. So that's nice. And the reason I took the EXP share off of Breloom is simply for the fact that he can handle his own weight at this point, especially with Mach Punch now. And there's going to be a bunch of normal types and maybe steel types that he can probably deal with rather convincingly, so definitely nice to have. Roselia, though, means we have to go back to Swellow, and Swellow can just wing attack this thing in the face and help us move on. In this upcoming route, though, Route 113, we're presented with an interesting mechanic that I believe is only existent in Gen 3 for whatever reason. It's a kind of cool mechanic. It's the Soot collecting, Soot, whatever. You get the Soot sack, and you're allowed to collect this soot coming, or volcanic ash that falls off the volcano, or Mount Chimney. And as a result, you can actually trade this stuff. So you see the stuff that falls off of the grass. For those of you who haven't played this game before, you can actually collect that via the Soot sack and trade it in for items. So for every step that you take, every move you make, every breath you take, whatever, I'll be watching you. So either way, we got some Soot sack stuff going on here, and there is one item that I probably am going to trade in with. I don't consider Soot to be a form of currency. As far as the game corner is concerned, I definitely consider that to be a form of currency as far as getting free TMs and stuff like that. However, Soot is kind of negligible. The stuff you can gain from it is kind of weak. The only good item is really the Blue Flute, which functions as a basic Poke Flute in this gen. So I'm going to collect 250 steps of Soot when it comes down to it. Once I actually get the Soot sack, I've just been kind of standing there for the time being. I should probably just do stuff while I kind of mention this thing. But either way, I'm going to switch Marshtomp in. There is one Pokemon that's kind of cool that you can get here, which is Skarmory. Of course, Dom's kind of disagreeing, and he's like, no, what are you talking about? Spinda's definitely the cool poke that you can get here, and I'm definitely in agreements, whatever, that Spinda's equally cool, but Skarmory's a 5% chance. He's pretty rare, but he's also really tough to catch, so I'm probably not going to go after Skarmory. I thought about his defense being really valuable, potentially, to which maybe I'll eat my words and maybe I'll come back for a Skarmory, but at the moment I'm just not seeing the value in it. versus what it can do. I thought about it, considering it for an upcoming future gym battle, not the one that's next, but because he would probably not do really well in that fight. But a gym down the road I considered him for, but I feel like there's better options out there to deal with it. And now you guys are going to see the power of Mach Punch Breloom. Boom. Mach Punch stab, super effective, is just going to obliterate this Linoon, which is good news for us, especially for another upcoming gym battle beyond the one that's coming up next. I just keep talking about these future gym battles. Maybe we can actually just get to them, and then I can start talking about them more. But yeah, this route is filled with like 70% Spinda, and the interesting thing about Spinda is his all the dots and spots on his body are based on his IVs, and there's like a ridiculous number of combinations that exist out there. I don't know if it's like 2 billion or whatever it is. Maybe someone in the comments will leave a comment confirming that, or what exactly the combination of Spinda's spots can appear on his body. But either way, it's a pretty interesting Pokemon from that perspective alone. I know it gets Contrary in 5th, which allows it to definitely abuse Superpower and stuff like that. But there is a trainer in that little patch of sand, you know, because his hiding spot is so inconspicuous. Like, you totally can't see him, right? He's just got 4 coughings, and I just don't have something to deal with those at the moment, so I'm just going to skip them at this point. No reason to actually take them on. They're pretty defensive, and the only real special moves we have at this moment are Water Gun on Marshtomp, and what else? Mega Drain on Breloom. I'm also going to fight this chick here, even though she's avoidable. At this point, I'm not too concerned about my PP usage, so I'm fairly content in getting this extra bit of experience. Fighting trainers is also much more valuable than fighting wild pokes, so if I'm going to be fighting anything, it's probably better to fight wild Pokemon. So that's what we're going to go with. I have more mud shots than water guns, so I think I'm just going to fire off a mud shot, and of course I miss. Please don't do anything good. Burn, don't burn, don't burn, don't burn. Good. Okay, so we take minor damage from that. I'll just fire off a mud shot, and that one does connect, so that's nice. So take a little bit of extra damage for not choosing to go with water gun, but whatever. We kill the Numel anyways, and we don't get burned, so very nice. Let's see. These twins, Breloom could wreck both of them, simply for the fact that it is a double battle, and Breloom gets Mach Punch, which easily KOs both of their Pokemon, which are both Whismers, I believe, but I'm not too concerned about fighting them. Whisper is kind of as far as EXP gain is concerned, so it's just negligible at this point, and I just don't want to waste the other move that I have to kill them with. So now that we can move around here. Oh, by the way, I did pick up a Max Ether there for those who didn't actually notice. Or just have all this abundance of PP healing stuff. Either way, this is the Soot Master dude I was talking about, and he's the guy that allows you to trade your Soot for items, and the only one I'm actually going to trade for is the Blue Flute. The rest of them heal like Infatuation and help you avoid Pokemon and cause Pokemon to appear in battle more often in wild fights and stuff like that. So for now I'm just going to be busy collecting Soot, running into these wild fights until we get this Blue Flute. And that's probably going to be close to the end of this video. I know it's kind of not too much progress, but we did evolve Shroomish into Breloom, which is very nice. And you guys are probably going to see an abundance of Spinda during this time where we actually take 250 steps. But the Soot is nice. And there's a Skarmory. That's pretty sweet. So 5% chance, and we're going to run from it. That's kind of sad, but it is what it is. Skarmory is kind of cool. It's pretty defensive. Unfortunately, he doesn't get Roost in this gen, which is a really strong asset of his. But we don't get access to it in this gen, so it's nothing against Skarmory's defensive capabilities, because you can still get lefties in this gen. But he definitely has a little bit more defensive prowess as far as his capabilities go when 4th gen came around. So either way, as you can see, all these spindas have a bunch of different spots, and we're certainly getting our fair share of different spreads. I wonder, like, I guess there's probably one spinda that's probably more common than most, in which people that like to hack 300 or 31 IV all spinda is probably gonna have the exact same spots. At least, no. I think it's based on IVs. Maybe it's not. I don't know. For some reason, IVs are the first thing that comes to mind as far as his characteristic value goes, but I think there's something else that can be involved in that calculation. So it might be even larger than what I'm thinking of, but either way, Spin is just a very interesting Pokemon, and I wonder, how do we check how much Soot we have? Because I know Soot is a key item. Does it tell us? It doesn't just tell us. I think we have to go to the Soot guy to find out how many we need, which is fairly annoying. And the fact that the Soot doesn't reset until you like enter a house or leave the route and come back, so we kind of have to work our way around and grab the Soot that we step on and just go from there. But it shouldn't take us too long to actually get 250. Some of the other flutes require a bit more work, and just as I said, even though they're okay, I just don't want to go after them at this point. And you know what? I'm not actually concerned about wild fights right now, so what we could do is use the repels that we got, you know, they put to use some of these to make your guys' experience much more enjoyable. So we're going to use that repel and start walking on the sand, or soot, whatever. And this is probably the best way of doing it from the perspective that we're going to be able to cover a bit more soot without having to waste or risk wasting stuff. This is TM32, which is double team, so them hacks moves coming into play. And good thing we didn't have to fight that guy there. That's kind of convenient. I may fight him. He just has a Pokemon that's weak to Marshtomp. So that's an extra 100 soot right there. But that's maybe we're close. I'm gonna go check. Let's see. What do we got? What do we got? How much have you collected? Not enough ash here. I can't make glass. 44 is the number of steps you'll need, and I can make a blue flute. Alright, so 44 more. We can do that. I should probably just throw on the other repel, and then by the time it wears off, we're going to have easily 44. So we'll run from the Spinda, I'll drop my repel, and that should be able to get us to the end of this part here. So we'll use one more repel. And hopefully this gets us to the end, to where we can actually get our blue flute and our free Poke Flute, essentially. I don't imagine sleep is really going to be an issue for us, but I know that rest is a TM that is available in this game, and from that perspective, being able to combo rest and blue flute is kind of convenient, because it gives us access to a healing move if we wanted to go that route on one of our Pokemon. So it's a very nice addition. I believe that 100 steps should get us there, 44. Have we collected? Yes, we do. You can make glass items. We got a blue flute. And there we go. So, as I said before, blue flute doesn't go away. Oh, frick. That's kind of annoying. Can I give an item to anyone? I can't. That really blows. What do I want to throw away? You know what? I'm just gonna waste my repels anyways, so we're just gonna toss it. There we go. Problem solved. Although now we just have filled up our inventory again with the freaking blue flute. all this would be resolved if I just went to the Pokemon Center and put stuff from my bag into the computer that I don't really need at this moment. So it's kind of just a negligible point on my part, but I just don't want to. I just want to avoid entering Poke Centers for as long as possible, just because I can. I may have to change that eventually, but for now, I think I'm perfectly content with where we're at and managing our bag from this way. But eventually, I'll probably have to hit the Pokemon Center, at least to access the computer to move Pokemon around. Not to heal them, of course, because our main party members will stay with us and not be healed via the PC. But either way, this actually is my 100th video, so for those of you who did recognize that moment, that's where we're at. This is our 100th video. Ever since I started posting on YouTube, which was, well, my first video was in 2006, I believe, 2006 or 2005 or so. But I really didn't start posting until last year as far as like good, consistent content was concerned. But either way, it's been a great episode, and I guess that's where we're going to leave things off. We're going to head over to Verdanturf Town, I think, is the next one. Over, now that we've got our blue flute, and now that we have our new Breloom, we're ready to face things off in the next couple parts. So hopefully you guys have enjoyed this, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.